Guys, it's meteorologist Connor Keeley here, and as we can see here, we've been keeping a very close eye to the tropics here, and as we see here, this is what they're expecting. The storm, this is tropical tidbits, this is water vapor image of what eventually will be Hurricane Laura, and I think that they did a very good job detailing and describing what this storm could possibly look like. As we can see here, it's a very big storm. So even though Tampa, Florida is not in the cone, we will get to that eventually. But as you can see here, the storm is very big, and they're saying that this could possibly be a weaker Michael for Florida. And as we remember, Tampa area still had a tropical storm watch for Michael, even though they were outside of the cone. My prediction, within the next day or two, we will be back in the cone. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for. So let's go ahead and talk. Let's get more into detail and talk a little bit more about this storm. So, my first model image here is, as you can see, so it's a map with very many different colors. So let's get talking about, we're going to start with what you see is the purple. So the purple is the high risk category. So that's where hurricane wind gusts or sustained winds could be felt. And that's where possible landfalls could happen from the storm. As you can see here in the Bahamas, even though landfall is not going to happen, I think that still you guys could get yourself into a predicament because of how big the storm is. As we can see here, as a couple days ago, when the storm first, when the National Hurricane Center issued advisory number 1, Puerto Rico was not really at risk, so it has changed a lot. That's why for you weather lovers that love hurricanes and stuff, don't get your hopes down like me that they took Tampa outside the cone, because a lot has changed and a lot could still change. So let's start praying to Jesus and asking him to put us back in the cone. So back to the weather map. So red would be like a moderate risk. So that's where tropical storm conditions could be felt. And the yellow here, this is where, even though you're not in the cone, you could still feel slight impacts from in there and still see tropical storm conditions possibly. As I started off, I had pretty much the whole west coast of Florida in the high category because it was showing a very good threat, but that threat has gone down, hoping for it to go back up. And who knows, maybe within the next couple of hours at the 5 p.m. advisory, who knows, we'll be back at the cone and we can get back into the moderate risk. So a lot to still keep an eye on. And the green, what the green means is it's a very low impact. So maybe you'll see some wind, a little bit of rain. That's pretty much it for the green. So let's keep on going. Okay, so as we can see here, because this is going to be a historic storm, even though it's a Category 1, you're thinking, well, it's not going to be historic because it's a Category 1. Well, you're wrong. It is going to be historic because this is the first time ever that 2 hurricanes have been in the Gulf of Mexico together. So, the dark green has a 5 to 10% chance of seeing wind. And as you can see here, if we zoom in, it's a very close call for Apollo Beach area. and some other small towns right along Tampa Bay, south of Tampa. But you are in the 10 to 20 still, so nothing's changed since earlier today. Hoping to get back into that 20 to 30 category, or even the 30 to 40 category like yesterday and last night. And as you can see here now, this is the earliest tropical storm. This is the earliest reasonable arrival of tropical storm force winds. So for the Tampa Bay area, Monday around 8 a.m. For you folks in Key West, sometime Sunday night. And for this is the most likely one. So most likely it will be Monday at 8 p.m. for Tampa Bay area. Most likely Monday at 8 a.m. for Key West and Florida Keys. This is now we're going to get into the spaghetti models and intensity guides. So this is the National Hurricane Center's one. And as you can see here, most of them have it making a Pensacola, Mobile, Alabama landfall. As of right now, that's why you guys got upgraded to a high category because of what the computer models are shown. Now let's get into the GEPS and symbol models. And as you can see here, it's still a big mess, not very organized. So, like I said, a lot could still change. This is the intensity guide. So as we can see, it's a tropical storm now. Within the next 60 hours, within the next 48 to 60 hours, we could possibly have a Category 1 hurricane. As you can see here, a couple of them have it shown a Category 4. That's most likely not going to happen. It's most likely going to be a strong tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane on the lower end. So this is the 3-day cone forecast. So as we can see here, the most likely this goes a lot together because Monday at 8 a.m. it's pretty much arriving in the Florida Keys. Now, what really depends why the storm may not get stronger is because the past 2 or 3 advisories, it's been shifting to the south, and Puerto Rico is supposed to see a lot bigger impact now than they were originally supposed to. And depending on how much mountain interaction, depends on how strong the system could get. Now, this is the full 5-day forecast. As we can see here, the cone's just right off the coast of Tampa, so it's most likely, and it's very possible still, I think, because the storm, the Tropical Depression 14, and down here, once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico, it could very likely push this storm in towards the east, and that means the storm will shift farther to the north, and it would curve a lot closer to the coast. And that's what us weather lovers are hoping for, including myself, is for this storm to be right on shore or right offshore. And now this is as you can see, this is the tropical storm force wind field and the watches and warnings. As we can see here, new tropical storm warnings for the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, and a brand new tropical storm watch for the northern DR and northern Haiti coastline. And this is my guess. This is what, by looking at the computer models as of right now, this is where I think so. The yellow, let's start with the yellow here. That's a tropical storm watch. So all the areas highlighted in yellow, I think we could get a tropical storm watch just to keep it real. And now let's get into the blue. So as we can see here, down here, that is real-time information there. That's a real tropical storm warning. I think it will stay like that. I don't see any reason for a hurricane watch or a hurricane warning to be issued. But all the other areas, this is where I think we could get a tropical storm warning in effect. So, southern Alabama, very southern Georgia, northwestern curve of Florida, northern Mobile, southwestern Florida, and a little county or two along the southern east coast of Florida and the Bahamas. Now let's get into this little pink box here. That's where I think where a hurricane watch could be issued. And the reason why we don't see storm surge alerts is because it's really too far out to tell right now. I don't want to be like, oh, this is where a storm surge watch or warning could be issued, and I'm wrong because it never happens. So it's really too far out to guess for that. But you can kind of guess where watches and warnings for hurricanes and tropical storms by looking at the computer models. And the red, that's where hurricane warnings could be most likely issued and stuff. So, and now this is so as we can see right down in there, if I rewind this video just a little bit, so as we can see there, that's where this is where I think that's the center of circulation right now. Very well defined storm. Let this video play out for y'all guys. So as you can see there, yep, it kind of gets messy and stuff, so something we definitely have to watch. Thank you for watching this video. Leave down in the comment section below what you guys' opinions are for the storm, and I will see you guys tomorrow, or a slight chance maybe tonight. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.